Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot. Happy birthday, Taurians. The sun has moved into the sign of Taurus, so happy birthday to all my Taurians subscribers out there. I hope you have a good rest of the month of April until, it moves into Gemini. Okay, there we go. So anyway, I'm coming to you today with a open reading, and we're going to break it down into two. We're going to do a work and career or money spread, and then we're going to do a relationship spread. And I think what I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do first. Maybe while I talk for a bit. I don't know what, there's lots of transits going on. And I just posted up a little thing about Bill O'Reilly and the Vesta Principle. And if you're interested about reading it, I also posted it to the website, the article, but in order for you to read the whole article, you have to be a member. And you can go over to the website and take a look at the membership options, or you could choose to join the Facebook group. There's more stuff on the website than there is in the Facebook group, but in order to get to the website, you're going to click on the little right eye that is up in the right hand corner of the video, and that'll take you directly over to the website. If you wish to purchase a reading, all of that stuff is there. I do ask if you want to get a reading by phone that you read the tab entitled important information on booking. And where do you find that? When you go to the website, you hover your mouse over readings by phone on the menu, and a side menu will pop out. It is the first tab. And the reason why is because I explained to you in that particular post there everything that you need to know about booking a phone reading. And I do ask that you read that before you submit the booking form and make payment, okay? I said that I was going to said that I was going to try to carve out an hour to complete, just to do some work on my tarot class syllabus. I ain't feeling it, y'all. I don't know. Not that I don't want to do it. I'm just not feeling it right now. So I'll force myself. Anyway, there are lots of transits going on. I don't know what's happening. It'll probably come to me as I do the reading. But you can always go over to the website. For those of you who have your charts, you can always go over to the website and check the current planetary positions. For some of you who kind of don't understand, I'm going to say this. You don't really have to understand what it is that I'm doing. I know it would be better if you did understand, if you could follow along. But the question becomes, if it works for you, for those of you who have posted and you actually understand once I explain to you what I'm talking about in terms of your situation, and if you can get that, then it works, and you really don't need to know how I'm doing what I'm doing, okay? You may never understand that. Sometimes I don't even know how I'm doing what I'm doing, hell. So anyway, that's that. I've shuffled these enough. We're going to go ahead and do the work and money reading now. The reason why I say that is we have the sun in Taurus. Mercury retrograded into Taurus yesterday. And let's see. There's a couple of other. We still have Uranus in Aries. Venus has gone direct into Aries. We still have Pluto in Capricorn. Saturn is still sitting in Sagittarius. There's stuff going on for people. So changes are coming about. Anytime you have a planet move from 29 to 1 degree, these are changes. And because we have the sun and Mercury going into the sign of Taurus, this is going to be all about your money, your bank accounts, your self-worth, self-esteem, your values, your personal possessions, your roommates, your property. But it's your personal stuff. It's not the stuff that you share like in a marriage or in a committed relationship. So, even if you're not affected, it could be that your partner, your mate, or whatever could, maybe something's going on with their job, and that's making your money a little funny now because you're having to pay out more Maybe they've lost their job, or maybe they had to take a pay cut, you know. Maybe somebody got sick. Either way, whatever monies that you earn yourself might be affected. So that's how you want to look at that. Any kind of news coming to you, any kind of contracts or travel, you want to put in a plan A, B, C, and D, because Mercury is retrograde. And he's retrograde into a money sign. So any negotiations could, you know, stall, stop, reverse, change. And that's going to be, you know, Mercury has a full 30 degrees to travel before he comes out. He comes out of retrograde May 21st. Okay, so that'll be right when it goes into Gemini. Then he'll be moving into the sign of Gemini. So that means all of your Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury will be sitting in one of his natural houses, and Mercury rules travel, communications, sales, negotiations, publishing, books, websites, your voice across all mediums. So you can expect that once he gets into maybe about a week or two after he comes direct into Gemini, stuff's going to start taking off. So, you know, anyway. So the best way to handle this energy, if things are stalled or you're unclear about something, is to tweak your plan. Tweak your plan. All right, we're going to pull, we're going to do a quick 9-card money career spread, because I feel that is what we need to do first. 9 cards. 2 of Wands. King of Wands. Oh, yeah. And Mars has just moved into Gemini. So that could mean that a lot of you want to move forward with projects that you've got going on, but don't do it just yet. Queen of Wands. Well, here's a couple here, or at least a quote-unquote partnership. Creative endeavor. Ace of Wands. There is our Sagittarian card. Remember I was telling you Saturn was in Sagittarius. We have the Temperance card here. Here is the Magician. There's Mercury. And right off the bat, the cards are telling me to tell you that, yes, whatever it is that you want to do or you want to move forward with, please have some patience and perseverance, and to try to work on whatever it is that you're trying to get done. Okay? Here is the Strength card. A lot of you, this is going to be difficult to do. You may really feel those Martian energies of wanting to just rush right ahead into doing it. Mars represents the war of the god of war and aggression. And sometimes this can be about plunging headlong into things and being completely blind to everything else that you need to be looking at. Here is the 7 of Coins, the card of patience. Again, you're getting this patience. And then the Judgment. In other words, reserve your judgment about how you think things are going to turn out, but also this could be about some kind of legal issue. We do have Saturn sitting in Sagittarius. Sagittarius does rule the courts and the laws, but it is also about you may have to wait for somebody else's determination or judgment about how things are going to go. We have the 4 of Wands. Indeed, it is a stable, this is a stalemate right now, okay? So what I'm looking at here is, I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. In other words, for those of you who don't know anything about the tarot, it's broken into 2 distinct groups. We have the major arcana, which are our life and spiritual lessons. And then we have the pip cards. And the pip cards are our numbered cards, like the 2 of Wands, the 7 of Coins. They also bring about our court cards, our knights, pages, kings, and queens. And they also include our aces. And right in the center, I have this Temperance card. And this card is about, it can be about reconciliation, but the thing about that is, depending on what's happening for you, mostly this is not about the reconciliation per se of 2 people. The spiritual lesson here is for you to reconcile whatever differences you have within yourself. The Temperance card rules, this could be having to deal with somebody who might be a foreigner to you, who might live at a distance away from you. This could encompass a project having to do with, because Sagittarius also rules higher education, so universities, but he also rules publishing as well. Sagittarian is about the principle, it's ruled by Jupiter, the principle of expansion. So this could be about wanting to do things, or to do things in a bigger way, to get your message out to the masses. And right now you might be being thwarted by that in some way, shape, or form. But it speaks about, the angel has the two cups. And the two cups, this is about the principle of finding that alchemical mix, the right balance between fire and water. Fire is our passion and our determination, okay? Those hot, heavy emotions. And the water speaks to those subterranean emotions that are going on. And so in order to move through that kind of energy, you have to figure out how to keep the fire at a low level so that it doesn't make the water boil over, which will then in turn put out the fire. So this is really about finding the balance within yourself. And if you can do that, you can move through this successfully, no matter how it turns out. Success is not always about winning. In the end, if you can look at yourself in the mirror the next day and live with yourself, then in one sense, on a spiritual level, or maybe even an emotional level, that's a win. The Two of Wands in this, the way the cards are read are past, present, future, and everything else is going on around this Temperance card. And so the Two of Wands in this deck is about options, and it speaks to two or more ways opening up before you. This is about meeting someone going while you're both traveling on your own way. Let me give you the full interpretations here. This is about making a decision, stopping before making a decision that will bear long-term consequences. Okay. If this is about a conflict of you trying to do something, this is about somebody who's trying to block your line of advance. Okay. And we see that we have this King and Queen of Wands. Now, it looks like this can play out in any aspect, but this was supposed to be about money and career and work. And because we have the wands speak to those people who have creative leadership abilities. Okay. Now, this could also be about, as well, some kind of marriage. Typically, what you will see is, let's say that the male, and this will apply whether this is same-sex or heterosexual. So let's say that the male is a Leo, but the female of the relationship, or the person who takes that particular role, might be a Cancer. But when they show up together, this tells me that this is a couple. And she will take on the qualities of this male. Okay? And or vice versa. All right? Depending on who carries the biggest stick. So we can see that in one respect that, yes, you are, in a sense, at a crossroads. The Ace comes out to tell you that, yes, that's true. And that right now you're being tasked to remain strong. Okay? And to, again, the message, particularly for the female, because she is in diagonal with this Temperance card. So this is really about harnessing those animalistic desires that you have. It is about getting a handle on those strong emotions that you have. It kind of reads like the asteroid Volcano. Volcano is the wife, the husband of Venus. And Venus was a fickle mistress. And she had lots of affairs, but instead of killing her, what he did was, Volcano, he captured the two lovers in a golden net, and then he displayed them before the public. So he was able to keep his emotions under control. He didn't allow his emotions to control him. He controlled them. And in the end, he ended up getting the quote unquote kind of upper hand. So this is about learning how to hammer out situations by keeping your emotions under control. Okay. Now we can see underneath this king here that we have this Seven of Pentacles. In the regular deck, the Seven of Pentacles is all about waiting for the harvest to come in. However, in this deck, this speaks to the acceptance of an element, a new element being well received in the existing framework. It also speaks to help and support, nourishment and protection, and a balance between individuality and conformity. And again, we're speaking about this balance. So this could really be about two people who are kind of at odds. Maybe one feels as though the other person is trying to control them too much. And so what they've done is they've tried to rebel against it. We have the Magician here. And we can see that this situation is trying to change, and it wants to change, and it's going to change in terms of the way you think. If you can control the way that you think, then you can control your emotions, and then you can make decisive, practical strategies and decisions to move through a particular thing, whatever you're dealing with. But we know that Mercury is in retrograde. He is just retrograded. So this is why we have this stalemate, and this is why we now have two options. Well, what do I do? Well, I would suggest that you, again, formulate your plan A, B, C, and D. Take your emotions out of it. Be logical and try to, what can I put into place? We have Saturn sitting in Sagittarius, and Saturn is all about being able to formulate those kind of looking at the situation from a realistic standpoint and being able to come up with decisive, effective strategies to deal with whatever the issue is. However, the flip side of that is if you can get rid of your fearful thinking, your wishful thinking, and look at it for what it is, okay? And or are you, if need be, can you go it alone if you have to? And this is another reason why the Strength card comes out, because it also speaks about taking a risk. So this could really be about if you're waiting on somebody to go into business with you or whatever, you may have to, after all is said and done, take the risk and go out on your own. Now we have the Judgment card here. We have the Queen of Wands, the Magician, and the Judgment. And to me, this speaks to this female Queen of Wands, this feminine energy, really trying to change the perception around things. Okay, and maybe even trying to do things that would alter that person's opinion. Okay, that's the Judgment card. But we are at a stalemate. So let me pull the cards here. We're at a stalemate. In other words, and this could really be about the energy of trying to preempt something or trying to do something, and you're going to end up making it worse. So the best thing to do is accept the situation for the way it really is right now. Let me read you the stalemate card, the Four of Wands. In other words, there's really nothing that you can do at this particular point in time. And if that's the case, then figure out what you need to do when the time comes. Okay? It says a temporary rest, preparing a base for future advancement. Go ahead and enjoy whatever gains that you've had, your previous achievements. It will come, change will come, but not right now. It says existing tensions are the source of new and creative future moves. In other words, whatever's bugging you right now, if you can't really do anything about it, what you need to be doing, again, is formulating those strategies and those plans and be ready to move when the time comes. And also have the strength, the courage, and the fortitude to go it alone should you need to. Okay? And it says if this is about a conflict, then it may be dangerous or harmful to move now. So if you are in this Queen energy and you're trying to affect the outcome by doing some shady ass shit, because sometimes that's what the Magician does, know that that could backfire on you at this time. So you might want to tamp down that Mars energy, okay? And instead of focusing it outward, which is what Mars does, it is an outward projected energy, turn it around and use that fire and that passion to figure out what you need to do when the time comes. Now I'm going to look at this Judgment card. And I'm going to look at the Magician. You see, and because it is 4 major arcanas, this means that you have more control over this than you realize. And so therefore, whatever change it is that is trying to come about or that is on the precipice of coming, you can either figure out a way where you can, in effect, kind of control, if not the change, control what happens after the change, or you can be an idiot or foolish and naive and wishful think, and then that other person's going to end up controlling not only the change, but everything that comes after that. There's only one coins card here, so this is a major life lesson for somebody out there. You can either take control over this situation and be the captain of your own destiny, or you can let somebody else do it for you. Doesn't mean you're going to get exactly what you want. You know what I mean? But if you can formulate a plan and some strategies, even if you don't get exactly what you want, you can get something, and then you got to figure out what you're going to do with it. That's the lie that Saturn tells you, is that you can't win. That's a lie. Okay? And so if you think that you can't, and you fall into depression and despair and, you know, start feeling sorry for yourself, that's where you're stuck. Again, it is about changing the way that you think. And this card says that eventually you will come to the right frame of mind, but you're going to have to work on it. And this is what the Magician, the energy, is telling you, is that while this Mercury is in retrograde and why things are on hold or whatever the case may be, you yourself can create reality with your own mind power. And what does that mean? It means change the way that you think. Get a handle on your emotions, change the way that you think. You can change your behavior, and you can change the energy around a situation. Let's look at this Judgment card. We're looking at some kind of determination that deals with money. Some kind of inconstancy. Now, this could be the communications. It's stop, start, stall, people changing their minds, reverse, we haven't heard anything. This could even be about infidelity. And we see tenderness here. And ultimately, this is how you want this situation to play out. No matter how it goes down, you still want to be able to walk away with a good feeling. If not about the other person, okay, then at least about yourself. All right? I want to look at the Magician. And then we're going to pull this spread up. And we're going to take a look at, we're going to do the romance and relationship. And then I will close both readings out by pulling, well, actually, I'm going to pull a separate one for this. So let's take a quick look at the Magician card. And what advice is the Magician trying to tell us? Impediment. It's at a stop right now. And it could be in a stop because of the planetary energies, or it could be in a stop because somebody's blocking you. Look. Again, there's that money aspect. Some money. Maybe there's a dispute over the terms of a contract, or the terms of a negotiation, or the terms of a divorce. We see this, sometimes this Ace of Swords with the Judgment can be representative of a divorce, most definitely a legal issue, and property. There's the Country House. And I would venture to guess that if this is a King and a Queen of Wands, these are two people who have a lot of money in the sense, or at least their ideas are very abundant. Let's put it that way. They are go-getters. All right? Not like the energy of the King and the Queen of coins. They're more slow and deliberate in what they do. This could be about a couple that, or a partnership where the two people came together and they amassed a lot of, you know, that fire energy. All right, let's pull a quick angel answer card. So for those of you that money spread did not apply to, or if you still had another answer, question that was not answered, please formulate that question in your mind, and perhaps the angel answer card will tell you. And then we'll move quickly onto the relationship reading. It says, in the near future. Now, let me read to you what the in the near future means. Okay? Because y'all like, what the hell that mean? I hear you out there. Hold on. All right. In the near future. What you are asking about will occur very soon. So you won't have to wait much longer. Stay optimistic and continue upon your current path and be open to receiving. And again, I think that whatever this situation is, by the second week, the second week of June, When Mercury goes direct May 21st, and it usually takes about a week or so. It's a fast-moving planet, so it could take about 4 days. So moving right into the end of May, into the first week of June, your situation, you're going to be able to move forward through it, okay? Whatever that is. Now, let's go ahead. Let me reset my clock. And we're going to do the relationship reading. And then I'm going to again pull another angel answer card, and then I will pull one heart oracle tarot for both of the readings. Alrighty then. Let's pull that down. There we go. I have been very, very busy. I've been a busy little puppy. Doing a lot of writing. I used to not write a lot. And everybody who reads my writing tells me that I'm a pretty decent writer. Of course, as a Virgo, I don't believe that. But so I'm trying to get more into the habit of writing every day. Keeping a journal every day. All right, 9 cards down, and this is going to be a relationship, romance, partnership reading. No specific sign, no specific time frame. Take what you can and disregard what you cannot. Look, the Strength card has come out again. 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Well, that's interesting. 10 of Wands, 7 of Cups, Page of Swords. Indeed, this is messages coming in. 9 of Wands. Wow. 9 of Swords. 8 of Wands. Well, isn't that interesting? I have no major, the one major arcana at the top. Let's see what's under the deck. Jesus, that Wheel of Fortune. I tell you what. Okay, damn it. 2 court cards, Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. Again, this is, I really feel that this is that Mercury retrograde energy. Because this represents Gemini, okay? Actually, the sign of Gemini. Now, the Knight, I look at Knights as events. And the Knight of Swords, basically in Gemini here, he represents Gemini, but his he is representative of early learning, your neighborhood, your siblings, and your communities. But as you can see, he's kind of rushing into this card of being lost or feeling like you don't have anything, or maybe you've lost something. I think for many of you, the Strength card, because it's the first card down, has said that whatever is going on with you, maybe you're feeling a little low right now. I can see that whatever this is, it's been a real struggle for you. Okay. And for some of you, one day you may feel good and the next day you may not. You know, and you're kind of like, what the hell? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. And then the next day you rally and say, yeah, I'm going to get up and do this. But you might be finding it difficult to do that. Here is the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands says, if you really think about whatever it is that you've been going, you've already shouldered a lot of burden. Really, you have. Okay. Or a lot of things on your plate. And you've been very strong in doing that. And you've been able to get a handle on whatever is going on for you. Keeping a handle on those things. And you really, if you stop for a moment and think about it, stop fighting so hard. And really stop for a moment and think about it. You've already got 8 things behind you. Okay, so maybe it was a tough slog to put those 8 things behind you. But this also says that, you know, yeah, you may be wounded, but this is about perseverance. And this is about taking a moment of pause or maybe rest before you have to get back up and fight again. that one wand that he's got says I have, if I just give myself a rest, okay, and let my emotions subside a little bit, and look at this in perspective, kind of put everything into perspective, I've actually accomplished a lot, you know, but there's something else I need to do. And you're not going to be able to do that if you're drag ass tired, stressed out, and exhausted and overworked, or just feeling crappy. For some of you, this could be about, you know, holding out hope that something was going to occur that didn't. So you have decided to strike it out on alone, whatever losses. But then we see this Knight of Swords, something rushing in, some news, or maybe some person coming in. Maybe this is someone coming in to help you, but you're so busy, you know, moving with your head down that you don't even see that the person is there to help you. And that is the other message of this card, is that this is about sometimes the victim card and feeling so sorry for yourself that you don't realize that help is right there in front of you. You know, how do you choose to, whether you choose to take it or not is up to you. And sometimes this card can be about being egotistical and having a lot of pride, you know, and that could be your downfall. It is one of those sins. Now we see the Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups is the card that says, you know, well, you know, you've been daydreaming about it, you've been thinking about it, you've been having fantasies of how this is going to go. This is about having so many different things that you want to do, or that you wish you could do, or that you'd like to have, that you don't even know where to begin, if any of those things are good for you, if one of them is good for you, or one isn't good for you. And then again, here comes this Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is a student of communication. And this is about somebody who is not afraid to get to the truth of a situation by asking questions. And I would think that with the Seven of Cups in the center, this is about you asking questions about really what it is that you want. It is a 7, and 7s indicate an internal conflict. Okay. This could be maybe that some of you might be dealing either with addictions or someone who has an addiction. I have seen the Seven of Cups show up like that. And through their addictions, maybe you've been helping them, you know, you've been shouldering all of the burden. And there have been a lot of losses, not only financially, but in terms of emotional intimacy, whatever the case may be, somebody being able to carry all of their weight, you know, and you've been hoping and wishing that things are going to change. Whatever it is, that 7, it's keeping you up at night. For some of you, it is, you know, what if I let the person go when something bad happens to them? And then for others of you, I'm fixing to kick their ass to the curb, but man, they in such bad shape. Okay? I don't want to do that. So this could be about feeling guilty for something that you have done or you're going to do, or being worried about something that you want to do, or how is it going to turn out? All right? Well, I dare say that something is going to come along that, and quite quickly, that will be changing the situation for you. Here is the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is about situations that are, that come in very suddenly. And it's on this line with these knights, this Gemini, this Mercury energy. Now, the 8 of Wands can be news coming through. Typically, it is interpreted as love at first sight, but this is also about travel, and typically travel by air. If this is news, and I most definitely think it is news, typically this is news that comes that will help resolve a situation in its most positive manner. Now, the overall energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's the overall energy. So that means that right now, shit is up in the air. Okay, it's just up in the air. And that if you've been feeling low, something's going to come in to change that for you. You see, the wheel says that nothing can ever stay the same. So if you've been in a time of depression and fear and anxiety and worry, you feel alone. And I think that a lot of you really feel alone, like there's not one person in the world who can help you. The reason why I say that, I have the double nines. And the double nines speak to a extreme isolation. Okay. As though there's nothing else I can do and I don't have the energy to do it anymore. And so I worry about it. There's nobody to help me do this last thing. I don't have the strength or the energy anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. Well, that's going to change. So what do you do in the meantime while you're waiting? Is you try to fix yourself to the wheel. Okay. Which means that, you know, when you can fix yourself through the wheel and become detached from whatever these powerful emotions are and this powerful sense of isolation and being alone, and meditate really on the heart of what it is that you truly want and that you truly need. Okay. It's not always about the other, 99% of the time, it's not about the other person. The other person is simply a mirror, and they reflect back things to you that you need to work on inside. Okay. And when you can fix yourself to the wheel and detach yourself and kind of look at the situation for really what it is, okay, then it doesn't matter, that you're alone and you're by yourself. Okay. And then when the energy moves forward, that means that the wheel's going to be turning up, and then things are going to be looking on the upside for you. Okay. But then you still want to keep yourself attached to the wheel and not become attached to all of the good times and the things. Why? Because in a second, the wheel can turn. So this is about trying to find the balance and getting that spiritual balance and getting really to the truth and the essence of what it is that you want and you need in your life. And the truth of the matter is that other people can't provide those things for you. You have to figure out how to gain that kind of emotional security and stability. Really know what you want. And sometimes that can mean chucking shit to the side, chucking people to the side, chucking relationships to the side, getting rid of, extra crap that you don't need, okay? So that you can really, really get to the truth and the essence of it. And once you can get to that, how are you going to tell anybody else what you want when you don't know what you want? And you can't assume that the other person's going to be able to read your mind and know that. That's unrealistic. It's not romantic, but it's unrealistic. Now, I want to pull cards. And I think some of you are really trying to uphold your strength and energy. You're hoping and wishing that all of these things that you want are going to come true. You're trying to be very strong in that. But this card could also mean you might have to leave that shit behind. Okay? Who and what is most important to you? What will you sell your soul for, and what will you not sell your soul for? There's a lot of Mercury in this. This represents Mercury in Taurus, and it has just retrograded. And for some of you, that could be like just complete cutting off and isolation. Okay? And maybe some of you have come to a place where you realize you're just going to have to pack up and move. Maybe you got to move back home. I don't know. Maybe the answer can be found within your community or your siblings or that help. Maybe all you need is just somebody to talk to or listen to you so that you don't have to shoulder the burden alone, because we can see that whatever this knight is representing here, to me, it looks like somebody who is riding into the rescue quite suddenly to take this away from you. Why? Because it all of a sudden, the knighting ends in an 8. And to me, this card always speaks to some kind of freedom and liberation and a brand new energy coming in swiftly. So, it's up to you. And maybe some of you are kind of waiting around for that news to come in. Yeah? Well, what are you going to do in the damn meantime? While you're waiting? Besides grow gray hairs or get older. What are you going to do about it? So I want to take a look at, together I'm going to look at this 5 of Pentacles with this Knight of Swords here. Okay? And then I'm going to look at this whole row down at the bottom of this 9. Actually, I'm going to look at the 2 9s together. And this sometimes to me reads like the Hermit aspect. Man, I can't get ahead. I don't know what to do about it. Because the wands speak to the ambition and the desire, the motivation and the fighting spirit. This is Moon in Sagittarius. This is Mercury in Sagittarius. And this, Jupiter, represents Sagittarius. So this is about a change in, Sagittarius is a change in religious beliefs, philosophical beliefs. It is about the metaphysics. It is about the natural laws. It could be about actually maybe having to move so that you can, maybe some of you might have gotten an offer to move, and maybe your pride is telling you, well, I'm so good at that, that job is beneath me. Or maybe you've gotten an offer for a scholarship as a painting, an art student, and you like, man, I'm so much better than that. I can probably get a better scholarship. So you let that opportunity pass you by. Okay. The wheel is trying to change something for you, but you're going to have to figure out the balance. And all this damn Mercury definitely tells me that, and this is Venus in Scorpio, and Venus is all about, this is, I can't even read it, but this is something else in Sagittarius. I can't read it anymore. Okay, so there's a lot of Sagittarius. And for some of you, this could be you're waiting on news from overseas or someone who's, again, foreign or different from you. This could be somebody of a different race who does have a different philosophical or religious and educational belief, a different socioeconomic background. That's what Jupiter represents in Sagittarius. And there's a lot of Sagittarius in this card, and a lot in this spread, and a lot of Mercury in here. And I would dare say, in one respect, that the Leo card, because it represents the 5th house, this is the house of children, joy, lovers, creative self-expression, hobbies. And I think what the wheel is doing is the wheel is trying to come in and really, really change your whole life for you. Okay. And again, what do I say this card is? This is the risk card. Sometimes you really have to take the chance, to feel the fear and do it anyway. Now, of course, you want to put in safeguards, but, you want to feel the fear and do it anyway. It could be the greatest adventure of your life. Now, and that's really what Sagittarius is all about. It is about adventure, foreign travel, long distance travel, learning, expansion of the mind, expansion of the beliefs. It is about getting out among the masses. It is about cultural beliefs. There's an old saying, Mark Twain, who said that travel is the enemy of hatred and bigotry. You gain that experience, and then you can come back and you can apply that in your own community, in your neighborhood, what you learn, if it's anything positive and good. Sometimes you have to travel outside, and if not travel literally outside of your environment, then this could be about reading about things, researching things. Sometimes you can travel in the mind, and it is travel in the mind. It is about expanding your view of humanity and the world. Okay. 2 cards, 3 cards. Fortuna. Now, that's another Wheel of Fortune. And this tells me that something passionate or very positive has come to you in the past. It was an opportunity. That's what Fortuna is. But Fortuna can also be about how other people can blindly steer your destiny. In other words, they can do and say things that will make you act and react in a particular kind of way. And in that way, whatever action or reaction that you have to whatever they do or they say causes you to change. But it's really something fortunate. However, some of you have fear and you think it's a lie. This could be about not listening to your own intuition, or thinking that someone's trying to manipulate you. Why do I say that? Because there's the La Namica. the woman who acts in secret. Okay? But that could also be about you being your own worst enemy. Lying, self-deception. God, my email's filling up quick. All right. I'm going to take a look at these 2 9s. Oh. And then I'm going to look at what this 7 all by itself. Alegría. So for some of you, this has to do with the groups and associations that you're dealing with. And it could be that for some of you, you've been, what's the card? You've been devoting too much of your time to what other people want or what other people need, and you've been neglecting yourself. For some of you, not everybody. And if that is the case, that's why that page is here. That page is asking you to delve into that, to talk about that, to think about that, to, you know, research that. And because that will help you get to the truth of whatever it is you need to do. You see, sometimes when the wheel shows up, you can become complacent. And then you wonder why you're still in the same situation that you're in. The Morte. This is about, I think, cutting off some people. And I don't mean in the sense that you cut them off, never to speak. I mean, some people you just might have to. I say sometimes with family, you don't need enemies, okay? But if nothing else, this is about separating yourself from them. And because it is the Morte card, this is represents the energy of Pluto. And Pluto is about that deep change and transformation. So in other words, things can't stay the same way. They're not supposed to. There's a change. And if you don't try to take a really clear, hard look at that, then the universe is going to change some things for you. And it may even present you an opportunity to take off with whatever this new beginning is that's trying to come in. But Pluto can also bring up fear. Somebody who's afraid that people will think that they are no longer loyal or no longer care about them. Well, that ain't no damn good. Because it's looking like if you're going through something, ain't nobody here to help you. Family or friends. Those people that you've been busting your ass for and sacrificing for, but they not there to help you. Okay, well, you do what you want to do. So the question becomes, what is loyalty? What does that really mean for you? Because if it's a one-sided deal where you give, but then when you need, ain't nobody there, I don't know, it sounds like you're getting the short end of the stick. And this could be about, like I say, jettisoning those people and those things that no longer fit into the new paradigm that's trying to come in. All right, I want to take a look at what this 7 of Cups is all about. Oh, well, here, I got so many dreams and ideas and fantasies of how I want to succeed in life. But all you're doing is daydreaming about it. You ain't doing shit. Love. And requited love. And looking at that, this now tells me that I think that there's somebody significant who has come in. Who, even though for all intents and purposes, you think this person is out to get you, but they're not. And that's the discovery. Now, let me pull one angel answer card. Remember, I said this is all about taking a real good, hard look at what you really want and how you're going to achieve that. and stop daydreaming about it and fantasizing about it. It's not going to drop out of the damn sky, and it's about you're going to have to take a risk. You know, no pain, no gain is what they say. And not that it will be painful. Don't take it that way. But I just mean sometimes, you know, it can be painful to take a risk, particularly an emotional risk, because you fear rejection or you fear that it's not going to work. You're able to talk yourself out of something. But that's just your fear talking. It's not real. That's why I tell people a lot of times when they get personal readings from me, do not sometimes listen to what your damn brain is telling you, because it will lie. The brain, the logic is based in the ego. And the ego don't want you to change. It likes shit just the way it is. Because when you get ready to change something major in your life, the ego goes, shit, I'm fixing to get killed off. So what it'll do is it'll fight you. The lie of Saturn, just like I was saying with that, the lie of Saturn, I can't win. Well, you can believe it if you want. You know, Wheel of Fortune, up to you. Whatever, the answer is yes. Now, there's 2 yeses, just like there's 2 no's. So let me read. That's yes with the exclamation point. That's something. Page 89. Let's take a look. What is 8 and 9 together? That's 15. Is it? 1 plus 5 is a 6. Yeah. That's all about love. Peace, balance, and harmony. All right. And let's see. I've got 2 10s here. There's the 10 of Wands, and this is saying, the wheel says, you know, this shit's going to change. Now, again, are you going to take control over that change, or are you just going to let the circumstances, the chips fall where they may, and accept any old thing? All right. Yes! Exclamation point. Bravo! The decision you've made is the right one. There's no need to continue to sort through additional options. You know what to do, and you should move forward with your plans. You've made the correct choice for your personal growth and development. I don't know what to tell you. I always, I spend a lot of time thinking and thought, you know, really sometimes perhaps too much time, but I always try to figure out the essence of, what did I say? Page 89 was 15, and the 1 and the 5 is a 6. Number 6, the 6 of Cups. I shit you not. You guys saw that. See it? Well. Now let me read all the 6, and then I'm going to close this reading now because I got a bunch of stuff to do. Is that the 6 of Cups? No, that's the Lovers. I'm sorry. That is a major arcana, people. That is the Lovers. And so maybe the question becomes, if some of you have been wondering if you have, in effect, met your match, your soulmate, the answer is yes. Now, what will happen, because it is a past life connection, what will happen is there will be a lot of strife and tension and miscommunication between the two of you, because what you're doing is you recognize each other on a soul level, and whatever offenses or pain or karmic transgressions that you did to each other in that past life are coming up. So that's why in this lifetime, you like, I can't stand that person, or I don't think it's going to work, and I don't trust that person. But the truth is that you have come together again in this lifetime. This is the karma card. You are here to complete unfinished business. That's what that means. Now, the Lover's card in this deck says relate, choose, harmonize, romance, creativity, and reconciliation. Take some time to examine your relationship with others as well as yourself. Are you coming from a place of love? It is important to empathize, remain non-judgmental, and love people for who they are. So say that this person ain't your normal, maybe you like short women and this woman's taller than what you normally like. Maybe you only date Oriental women and this person is maybe Polish. Maybe you're used to the guy having lots of money in a fancy house, but this guy, you know, has got a modest house and he drives a El Camino. Maybe you only date doctors and this guy turns out to be, I don't know what, a welder. I mean, really? Okay, so anyway, it says, you know, it's important to empathize and remain non-judgmental and love people for who they are. The same applies to your relationship with yourself. This goes to that 7 of Cups. There's an opportunity now to bring your being into a harmonious whole. Forgive your faults and rejoice in your perfect uniqueness. It may also be time to examine the choices you make regarding matters of the heart. Are you choosing to have people in your life who support and empower you? I don't think so. I don't think so. Surround yourself only with those who encourage and sustain you and who push or guide you to be all that you truly can be. This will help you value yourself and raise your vibration to that of unconditional love. There may also be an opportunity for a new romance, for improving an existing romance, or for healing a disharmonious relationship. Seize this energy and take action. If you're looking for a new romance, make yourself available and be open. See it and feel it in your life right now. This will raise your vibration and attract that new love to you. If you're looking to improve an existing romance, then maybe it's time to be creative. A weekend getaway, a romantic dinner, or simply telling the person how much you love and appreciate them. See, remember them 3 cards. Remember them. Remember her. The risk. To heal a disharmonious relationship, open a dialogue. Let the person know that you value the relationship and you want to improve it. Here is the affirmation. I honor myself as well as others by acting from a place of love. And a lot of my friends look at me and tell me I'm corny or that I am truly the unicorn and rainbow kind of chick. But I always say when you act from love, you are always acting in the right manner. Okay? Always. So that is what I have for you. I hope this message helps and sustains you, both of them, through the weekend. And I will see you, I guess, Monday. Namaste.